Alright, are you leaving? Be 10 minutes, so go ahead, drive through. As soon as that truck starts and goes, she's freaking out. So it's something that we're going to have to deal with. And so I don't mind holding on to her. The other day we ran into it. It screwed us up majorly because we started a shop vac in the shop and she panicked. So that wasn't so bad. But we actually weren't going to film that. We were just going to let him drive through because we're going to be 10-15 minutes here. I wanted to work on heel today. I have realized her problems with it, her struggles with it. For whatever reason, it started out really good with heel. She was all about it. If you watched the first couple videos that we did with heel work, she was great. Turning, confident, no issues. Then my wife and the girls took her for a walk, and I'm not blaming them, but they took her for a couple walks, and my wife is really nervous about her recall. So when they go up and down the road, she won't go without putting her on a leash. So she did that. And the next day, I couldn't get this dog to move her feet on a leash. I don't know what happened there, and I'm not saying something did happen, but not knowing didn't make it any better. And so we talked about it, and I just said, just don't take her on a leash anymore. If you're going to go for the other dogs, take the other dogs. She'll get her exercise with me. But she's afraid of these loud trucks. She's afraid of a four-wheeler that starts up. She's afraid of this growly sound. So that truck starts, and you heard her get vocal. You heard her climb and fuss. She's shaking a lot right now. So I'm going to get past that by doing that. I'm going to force her into situations that aren't comfortable. And then she's going to realize, geez, that really wasn't that bad. Now, I'm not going to take her and push her next to a truck and say, rev it up and scare the hell out of her, because that is going to create her even more panic. The UPS guy came in, slammed his door, started his truck, and she ran to my house earlier. So we got an issue. So what I have to do is I have to anticipate that coming and make sure that I don't allow it to create these dramatic responses out of her. Things go poorly, well, we'll just stand here for a little while. There was a video that I did with a puppy that wouldn't settle in when I was feeding her. This is years ago, live with Spry video. And I held her for 43 minutes with a camera on me, live, and all I did was sit there. There's a video of her place training for 28 minutes early on. It's not always fun, fast, and exciting. In fact, it shouldn't be, because then the dog expects things to be fun, fast, and exciting, and the reality is that's not how life goes. And then all of a sudden we get antsy little needy puppies that gotta be constantly moving and bouncing around, and then it becomes very annoying to me. I want dogs that get so settled in, they go, we're gonna be here a while, I'll just relax. Now, is the shaking because of the cold? It's probably in the teens right now? Probably 15 degrees maybe. So it's a little cold, but I don't think she was nearly this shaky before that truck started. I'm just going to hold her until I feel that heart slow down a little bit. Because the shaking part could be the cold. But I got to get her to take, I'd love to hear her take a deep breath right now. She's nowhere near as prone to do that as some of my labs. My labs will get frustrated and then and once they do that, I go, okay, now we can move on, because they're over it mentally. She doesn't do that nearly as often. There's a nice change for her right there. She didn't shake in as consistently, and I felt her slow down a little bit. Good. I felt her muscles relax a little bit. Now she's tense again. Good. You're fine. Good. I'm just going to set her down. We'll make one change at a time here. I'm going to slide into position. I'd like her to stand on my left-hand side. She wants to stand in front. There. And let's just stand there for a little bit. Now you'll notice I changed the collar. This is a different flat collar. I'm not putting any type of pressure or slip on with her. She's too little. The pressure that I'm putting on, that would be too much for her. She doesn't understand the concept of feeling pressure and turning the pressure off by coming close to me. She doesn't understand that yet. So I don't need this to turn into a pressure increase. The flat collar provides a steady pressure. I control it by how hard I pull, how quickly I pull, how much pressure I put on it that way. That's more than enough for her. Might be for a while because she's a pretty frail, small frame dog. The collar is a sturdier, heavier collar than the one I was using. This one is, we just did a photo shoot with them actually. Stormy Cromer, which is a friends of ours and a clothing brand, hat company. But they gave us this, we took some pictures with it, and it's twice as thick, maybe 3 times as thick, and it's double layered instead of single. So it's nowhere near, I feel like it's a much more solid collar, so we're going to use it, and I'm probably going to use it going forward with my dogs when it comes to the flat collar stuff. The other one is real lightweight and whippy, and this one is a little bit more rigid, and I think it's going to work a little bit better. I had her on it this weekend, or earlier this week. So I want her to move her feet. If she moves her feet on her own and I correct her, I'm just putting her back into the spot. But the issue I had with her was locking up all 4 feet, almost freezing. So for her to move around a little bit, I don't have a real problem with it. I'm going to correct it because I don't want her being out of position at her free will. But I'm also pretty glad that those feet are moving. Come on. There. And I'm just going to move 2 or 3 steps and let her move. So we're letting her, this routine, this session is going to be a routine that we're going to work into a cadence of healing. And I'm going to have you get where you want to be, and then I'm going to have you stay right where you're at. You're going to stay where you're at because I don't want any outside interference right now because she's struggling. So when I do start moving, you guys are going to stay put, and I'm just going to go back and forth between the 2 of you guys. You all right with that? Good with the distance on it. Ben's going to reposition so that he can do that. But it's going to be, I'm literally going to go, my objective is not to get the dog to turn good and make good quick responses and eyes and all that stuff. That's normally what I want with heel work. Not today. Today I want her feet to move. Like we're taking a whole bunch of steps back in the heel work. Just want your feet to move. I want you to not lock up. If I can get through a session without you locking up, then I can start worrying about how good your feet are. But if I can't get your feet to move, I could care less how the turn are. There's going to be a truck coming down the road. We're going to see how she responds to that. I'm going to get in position and have her ready for it. Good. I can tell already she hears it. Sit. Good. Good. And she can hear it. Look at her tail. Look at her body language. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. I don't want, there's no way I'm going to get anything out of her with her mentality like that. Come on. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Good eyes. Good girl. Good. That's it. Very good. Good job. Good job. Good job. Come on. It's a little spooky, this dog. A little spookier than I thought. At times she's real bold. But it doesn't take much for her to be real spooky about stuff. Good, come on. That's it. Now I don't want her to turn and run like she's scared. I don't mind her turning. Good. But if I put her in my living room right now without a lead on, she'd run around like a wild banshee. And I'd sit down and she'd come running up on my lap and want me to pet her. But we put her in this environment, it's a little bit different, and all of a sudden you take all the confidence away from her. Good. So we just got to take real slow steps. Like right now, this is going great. If Logan was moving with that camera, she wouldn't do this. She'd lock up. Good girl. Now I don't want her to get out too far. Come on. Stay with me here. Good. That's it. Come on. Oh, we're not going to do that. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. Good. Very good. That's exactly what I was talking about. Good girl. That came from after a correction. She got out too far. I corrected her and turned her around, and then all of a sudden that hit her, and she went, "Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move." No, we're not going to do that either. We're going to. I can give you a little correction, and you can be okay with it. Be a big girl. Good job. Good girl. Okay. Come on. Good.
Good. Good. That's a good correction, good response. Good. Come on. Good. There. Very nice. Good. Good. Good girl. Nope, 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 nope. Wrong way. Good. Come on, come on. Good. Atta girl. Atta girl. Good. That's it. Good. No, you don't have to shy away from him. He's all right. Good. Those little bumps, she's taken to him. Good. Good. That's a good dog. Good girl. She's getting in my way a little bit, but she's going to figure out where her feet should be so that I can have mine where I need them. This is like learning how to dance. She's going to hang up. Oh, good dog. She almost hung up on me there. Good. You can almost see it when she flares out. She wants to stick those feet in the ground and not move them. Good. Look at her tail. Come on. Come on. All right, think about it now. It's like two people learning to dance for the first time together. They're stepping on each other's feet. We're in each other's space. We're not sure. Someone's got to be a leader. And so I had to take over and say, no, get out of that way, move here, bump you here. And then finally she starts to understand what I'm expecting. And the tail comes from here out to here. And you start moving with me, and you're watching where you're going. And I'm telling you you're doing good when you're doing good. And I'm telling you you're wrong when you're wrong. Good girl. Good dog. Should we try again? Should we do it again? Come on. Gotta go a little slower because she wants to go too fast. She wants to go fast. I'm going to go slow. There's a good correction. Good job. Good girl. There's a good girl. She's forcing herself to slow down. Now you're too far, so I'm turning. Good. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good dog. That's a good dog. Changing the pace on her. Good. Turning. Good. Get out, get out. That's a good dog. Slow down. The turn got her excited. She lunged up in front, so I slowed down. Good. Starting to figure me out. Good. Almost having fun for crying out loud. Good. Good girl. Good girl. We're going to turn. Come on. We're going to turn again. Come on. We're going to turn. We're going to turn. There you go. We're going to turn. There you go. And stop. Good dog. And when she stands out there with that tail not tucked under, I know we just had a good little rep there. And we had a nice little goal. That's it for today. It's the best heel work I've had with her in about a week. Especially considering a truck drove by to start out. Because I thought, oh great, here's another one of those sessions. Just like last time when I took her in there, did the shop vac, did the four-wheeler. We had an absolute miserable session. Nope, you don't wander where you want. Nope, you're going to understand you got to be in a spot. Now this is partially, we've gone long enough and the attention span says the hell with it. Let's go do something else. So we're going to end it with, let's just stand still for a little bit. You're in the right spot. We'll stand here. It's not so bad. And then we'll put everything away and we're done. Very good session today. All things considered. It was actually pretty good. Even if the truck hadn't gone by and we started out in a pretty good state of mind. But I do think that if we had not waited and held onto her for 4 or 5 minutes there before we took steps forward, we'd have had a hell of a time on our hands, because I think the old feet would have been locked right tight. Locked up on me once after pretty good correction. I learned from that. Didn't need to put that much correction on her and help her out a little bit on the next turn, and all of a sudden we're dancing together. Good. Come on. There you go. Good. That's it. We're going to be done with this session. I'm going to give the guys my mic. You guys go in. I'll bring her back up to the house, and we'll build off of that one. That was real productive. Real step forward. Good girl.